All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews. We're back again with more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2. It is Episode 3, Making Friends and Influencing People. So full spoilers if you have not seen this episode. Another really good one too. And I'm really happy that so far my rewatching has just made me like this show even more. And since I went to C2E2 last week and got to meet Clark Gregg and got to meet Ming-Na Wen, I am really filled with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. vigor. I am really happy to be rewatching these and reviewing these and being really happy that so far my reviews have been pretty positive. And I'm worried because of how I remember things that they may not be so in the future, as far as being mostly positive. But so far, the way I'm seeing them again, it has been mainly positive. And so I'm really happy about that. And also, if you're enjoying these videos, please don't forget to hit the like button or comment and share and subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. I'm trying to get better at doing this at the beginning of my episodes instead of at the end. So hopefully people get like that. If not, I will stop doing it. But anyway, a lot to talk about in this pretty good episode. All right, so first I want to know is the thing I forgot, and don't put it in the comment. You know what? I don't really care if you tell me in the comment section, to be honest with you, because once I see it, I'll just be, I won't be, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. Because how is Whitehall still alive? Or at least as young as he was back then, unless he did, unless it's the cryogenic thing, from the Winter Soldier program, which is really cool. That throughout this, I believe what they're doing when they're with the brainwashing is some variation of the Winter Soldier program, something that I didn't think about when I first initially watched this, and because it's so fresh in my mind, just watching and reviewing Civil War. I'm like, yeah, I do believe that that's a variation on what they did to Bucky Barnes. And this Faustus method. And maybe that's something that should be the key to it. I think maybe they said something about that, maybe even way back in Captain America, the First Avenger. I don't know. Oh man, I really want to know now. But another thing is, I totally forgot about Agent 33. It has been so freaking long that I completely forgot about this, and I'm glad. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. They've been brainwashing everybody. And so that's really cool, which leads us to where has Simmons been? And this is, oh God, Elizabeth Henstridge, man. Just, sorry everybody, but Simmons is hot. Elizabeth Henstridge is just, and I love her introduction to music that sounds like she's in a sitcom like That Girl. Just, hey, she's a woman on the, I don't know. But I love it that it's supposed to make us think that she's just living that, a single girl's life, a single little girl scientist's life, and then you find out she's in Hydra and the music just goes boom, boom. It could be construed as cheesy, but I think it's just a nice tongue-in-cheek little thing here. And how Hydra, I would love to see an Office kind of short little films Office style of working at Hydra, you know what I mean? Just the banality of office work mixed with the terror of working for Hydra would be really, really funny. Kind of like that Adult Swim show, Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. People working for the devil, that kind of thing. What kind of stress level that you would be under. Because who would work for Hydra voluntarily? Seriously. Literally any day you could be killed for any reason. If you're not being strong-armed into it, how does anybody work for Hydra? I've said this before, why Hydra really can't be a sustainable thing, because even though you can get a lot with fear, eventually people that get afraid will, like a dog that gets whipped too much will bite back. You know what I'm saying? But when they talk about the hierarchy of Hydra, it's nuts, man. It's totes nuts. Totes nuts. Jesus. Oh, God. But I like that in this we do get our first kind of real callback, which is the kid from 13 Reasons Why, Dylan something, who was the part of the weather team at the Shield Academy that ended up getting hit by lightning and could turn into ice. We get a callback, a cool callback. You know, shows like this need to do this stuff more. You know, like Buffy would have like returning characters and Angel would have returning characters. Shows with a good mythology need to like, you know, like Lost did it all the time. You know, one of the shows that I love so much is the X-Files, and they rarely did callbacks. And I know it's something to be said that you're always doing something unique every week, but every once in a while, I love a callback. And they didn't do very much. And this, though, is really cool. I like seeing this again, because I had forgotten that this ice guy was back. And even though when he freezes people, it doesn't look that great, it's still pretty cool. I mean, it's nice to have the kind of people with powers thrown into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where, you know, you need to show that there are stakes and they are part of a bigger world and it's not just people talking and scientist stuff and blah, 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 MacGuffin this, MacGuffin that kind of thing. And yeah, we find out that she is a double agent, you know, that she didn't just go and quit and work for Hydra. Of course, you'd have to be a fool. Anybody that went, oh my God, no, Gemma, you're working for Hydra, no, and believe it, is really not that bright. Really not that bright. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. But we see that Coulson is there, you know, and she, you know, got sriracha sauce and beer, which is a really funny considering that it's Gemma's refrigerator. But Coulson's there to eat and debrief, and I like that line that he says about when he's talking about making the food, that I do good basic. I love that. And the conversation they have where, you know, Gemma doesn't want to turn out like Ward. She doesn't know if she can do things like Ward did. And it's a legit argument. And I think that's why this character was chosen to do this in this season, is because of what happened with Ward. It's like how Fitz's thing is starting to go back to Ward too. And the team doesn't know about Simmons. Maybe May does. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull a line out that just shows that May knew all the time. I think maybe they even already referenced that May knows, but I'm not 100% on that. And then you got Skye and Ward, which they're no Clarice and Hannibal Lecter. And so it's just kind of whatever. You know, I guess, you know, Ward is in this season trying to do a sort of redemptive arc. But I know that how it turns out. So, I mean, I guess I was wrong back in season 1 when I was saying that I never remembered him taking some sort of redeeming arc. But unless he is playing everybody, which is, you know, very well could be true. So it is nice if I'm right that he is at least trying to do a redeemable thing, even though we know how it turns out. If you haven't watched the seasons, I'm sorry, but I like that the place that they got to go to is in Casablanca. And just really quickly, I want to bounce an idea off of people's heads that I watched Tamara Chambers. She's from Channel Awesome, and she has Tamara's Never Seen, and she hasn't seen like hardly any movies. And so she reviews like everything that she hasn't seen, which is a lot. And it made me think about movies that I haven't seen. Because I've seen just, you know, I pride myself in having a pretty big, deep knowledge of movies. But then there is like a whole bunch of movies that I should have seen. That when I tell somebody goes, oh, I've never seen that, they actually look at me and go, how have you specifically not seen this? And it made me think maybe about doing a series of things that I haven't seen that I should have seen. And I was thinking about starting with Casablanca, because I have never seen Casablanca. But anyway, that's just an idea. I don't know if anybody would like to see that kind of video series of me watching movies that were at least a big deal to a lot of people that I've never seen. So anyway, back to the episode though. That's just what it made me think of. But I do, going back to Fitz and how he ends up finding Ward, I love that his delusion of Simmons is trying to warn him. Like he knows, like it's that part of him that knows what's already done, what's down there. It's trying to convince him not to do the weak thing, the easy thing, the thing that'll get something crazy, you know, like get you in a situation that's going to hurt you. But he finds Ward, and it's great. It is really, like, he does such a good job in this. And Ward does too. Like, they play off, he plays off of Fitz really, really well in this scene. And it, you know, it shows like that this actor has a lot more versatility than I first thought of when I was watching this. Fitz has always been a good character, but I was never quite sure about the actor. But Ian is really, really good in this. And then when he cuts off the air on Ward, it was just fantastic until, of course, Ward finds a way to flip that back on him, and when they want to warn them about this Donnie Gill character, who it turns out has been brainwashed. And I also love, like, when Skye and all them are going in and Hunter's trying to take lead or whatever, and she's like, "You don't give the orders, train spotting," and he says, "I'm not Scottish." Great, just a great little like throwaway pop culture line that I just appreciate every once in a while, because, you know, train spotting is, she thinks he's Scottish, she calls him train spotting. It's great. It's not a joke that everyone's gonna get, but Train Spotting was a movie that took place in Scotland and had to do about heroin addiction, but whatever. But they go in there and they find out that Simmons is trying to talk this guy down for Hydra, because they know that she knew him the first time they took him down. And she almost gets him to, you know, side with her, but of course it doesn't work out that way. And you know that she's being told the words that, kind of waken the sleeper agent. And so he's already been caught and he escaped somehow, and they just want him back. But then Skye shoots him. And he ends up freezing himself, and his body like goes to the bottom of the ocean or whatever. But I'm sure, like, I don't remember if we ever see him again. I don't know if they even talk about him again, or if that's just the end of Donnie. But I don't remember right now. But it'd be cool to find out later on what happened with him. And so, yeah, I mean, we get Fitz and Mac connecting, trying to help Fitz out. You get more of Skye and Ward, who then sends Skye on that path of like telling her about that her father's alive, which is going to be a huge arc for Skye coming up. And so, yeah, that's about it. It's a pretty damn good episode. I love Elizabeth Henstridge's spy role in this. I love that we're still a spy show and we haven't quite gone off on the Inhumans tip yet. And then the whole thing with the Matrix situation. I know that's not what it's called. And then going into space. So right now we're still on the ground. We're still a spy show completely. And I'm loving it still. So anyway, like I said at the beginning, if you like this, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. Otherwise, this is Robert Smirking Gun Review saying we'll be back later with more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've got Santa Clarita Diet, we've got Hannah, we've got Walking Dead live stream tonight right after the Walking Dead is over. My live stream for Mondays will actually start on Mondays. This week I'm going to see an early screening of Shazam on Monday, so I can't do my live stream on Monday. So I'm doing it again today, just because it does coincide with the Walking Dead finale. So anyway, this is Robert Smirking Gun Review saying if you don't watch anything else, have a great day. Thanks for all the support, and we will see you next time.